He seems like he'd be quite athletic. My name's Luke Bennett, and I'm here with my favourite sim racer and Team Redline member, my idol, Max Bennett here. We're here to answer a few questions of each other, so let's get into it.
Shall I start?
Let's go for it.
All right, I have the lovely introduction. So my first question would be, how do you like the office here? It's the first time you're here. I've been here before.
Yeah, no, I've never been here. Like, I'm one of the newest Redline members, right? So, you know, I came from quite a smaller team, so I'm not used to this kind of place, not used to this kind of thing, but it's pretty cool, yeah.
So what do you think? Like, what do you like the most?
Probably the fact that Enzo's here.
Why? What do you like about Enzo so much?
I just look at him. He's amazing in every way possible. Nah, I mean, it's just the sim racing for me, and it's nice to have a community instead of when you're at home.
Absolutely.
So I have a question for you now.
Can't wait.
How would you describe sim racing to someone that's never seen it before?
Pretty easy, actually. It's racing, just virtually. I mean, we do the same thing, right? We don't have to spend a lot of money to get into series, and we're just driving and do our best. I mean, if the best comparison you can actually have is Max Verstappen, right? I mean, he's driving in the real world, he's driving in the sim, he's quick in both. So that's the best way to describe it. For me, there's not a big difference anymore, even though I don't have a lot of experience.
I think it could be seen as a way into real motorsport now as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like karting is, you know, I think even Max has said in an interview, sim racing is now a way to get into motorsport.
Absolutely, I think it's a huge opportunity for a lot of sponsors or companies out there to look for the new talents and try to sponsor them and get them into the real life. So I think that's what we're going to see in the future. All right, next question actually. Interesting one again. At what age did you start with sim racing? Because you're quite young.
So I was maybe 13.
You sure it was not 9 or 10?
Nah.
13?
No, well, I mean, you used to play with a controller when you was that young, yeah?
I mean...
Is that sim racing?
I would say so.
Okay, well, then it's probably like 7.
Yeah, all right, 7. But I think I was 4 or 5.
I think my first time was a PlayStation 1, right? Gran Turismo 2 or something.
Yeah.
With the controller, but quickly progressed.
Of course.
And get the wheel on the desk. I think that's where everyone started.
So when you drove like on the PS2, I guess as well, did you drive online as well, or was it mostly like just for yourself and trying to?
Sometimes I'd even do it with my dad. Yeah, like my dad used to. He used to do a bit of racing, so he knows sort of what he's doing. But I always beat him. I think. I hope.
I hope so too. Yeah. I mean, maybe he let you win most of the time.
Hopefully not. I mean, I tried to get him on the sim now, but he's too scared.
He's too scared?
He's too scared.
Just to break his wrists or what?
Nah, because I'll destroy him.
Okay.
So, what is the most challenging track for you?
Most challenging track? That's difficult.
I think it's got to be the same for everyone, right?
I mean, the answer you're supposed to give here is Nordschleife, but to be fair, like, I've done so many laps, it's not really a challenge anymore. For me, most challenges I have are like tracks like Belle Isle or Long Beach, because you have to stay off the walls and it's so close every time. Well, so I think for me it's harder to get a lap done on Belle Isle than it is on a Nordschleife. But that's maybe due to... Sorry?
I've never driven Belle Isle.
You've never driven it?
No.
But Long Beach you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically the same. It's just very bumpy, like you have to go over the curbs, which can unsettle you. So
I think 90% of people in sim racing will say Nordschleife.
Yeah, of course. But I have so much experience on the Nordschleife right now that it's not really a challenge
That's sort of
anymore.
what got me into sim racing. AC with the wheel on the desk.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do the Nordschleife track days online.
Yeah.
Did thousands of laps.
Yeah, that's why for me, I would definitely say like street circuits are the hardest one, because in sim racing, like in real life, it's, you know, you have to like keep a little bit of gap anyways, otherwise you crash, you may be dead or whatever. And in sim racing, it's like sometimes you even have to touch the wall to be quick. And
you can break your wrist though.
You definitely can.
Yeah, the small crash, the smallest ones are the most painful.
Absolutely, yeah. I know that feeling. Okay, let's move on. Last question I have for you is, name 5 drivers that you would put in your football team, and of course they have to be out of our Team Redline team.
Certainly not Max Verstappen. He is terrible. Certainly not Chris Lollum. He can't even throw a ball, never mind kick
Okay,
it.
now it's getting interesting. Who's left?
I guess Enzo, he seems like he'd be quite athletic. He's Italian, he's passionate about everything.
So he wouldn't be the goalie then?
No. Maybe we put Mark in goal. He's fairly tall, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He's German, he's probably good at football. Have you played football?
I did, but I'm shit.
Gianni Vecchio. I put Gianni in there.
Yeah, as a defender?
Well, I think he'd have to be. He's a bit of a tank, isn't he?
That's fine.
I put myself on there. I actually used to play football before I did sim racing.
Right.
I realised sim racing required less effort, so I did that. How many is that then?
I disagree
I
though.
have Enzo, Mark, Gianni, me, one more. Maybe. Yeah, we'll put you in the midfield.
Yeah, that's good.
You just held everything together. So, what was your impression of our M4?
I got to drive it here from Zandvoort. Well, the problem is we're in the Netherlands, and I was driving during the day, so I had the speed limit of 100, which was very annoying. So sometimes I stopped. I was like driving a bit slower, 40, 50 kph on the highway, and then accelerated again. So the acceleration is very nice, and also the drifting was very nice in the wet.
I saw some clips of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the car obviously is amazing. It's just we're in the wrong country here, so maybe I can take it to Germany.
Don't even have a license.
You don't have a driving license?
I only just turned 17.
Ah.
Yeah.
I thought you were already 18 or 19.
No, I only just turned 17. They should still let me have a go, I think. I don't know if it would end well or not. Probably not. Last time I drove a race car, I put it in the wall. So.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you drive?
Have you ever seen a Genetic Junior? It's like what they use for like younger kids in our country.
Okay.
It was like halfway off drive. It was the first car I ever drove in, a race car. And it was, I slightly went into the wet. Spun it round backwards in the wall.
That's over. That's it.
Career done. Fantastic test day. Couldn't have gone better.
Oh well. Okay, we're gonna keep that M4 for ourselves then.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But don't put me in it. It won't as well.
Right.
You finished questions?
I don't have any questions.
Oh, I have another one.
Oh my god, how?
So, if you could make your own F1 team, who would you pick as drivers?
From the current Formula 1 grid? Or
anyone you like?
Anyone I like? Phew, that's difficult. I would definitely put myself in and put like myself next to Max Verstappen, put Sergio out of that car. But then, I don't know. It's hard. You only have two drivers, right? So it would be myself and Max.
You can put, I say you put a reserve driver in as well. So
a reserve driver as well. It's so difficult. I mean, if I would choose from the Formula 1 grid, I would probably take
Latifi.
Yeah, I would put Latifi next to us, just like for myself, because Max is probably going to beat me, and then I can maybe have a chance at beating Latifi, and then I'm out. No, but to be serious, I mean, Formula 1 is it's such a privilege to drive there. In the end, I don't know. I would like to see sim races in there, but it's impossible.
Honestly, there'd have to be so much, like some top level insurance to put some sim races in there. The crashes.
That's for sure. Yeah, we have a kind of different approach.
You imagine putting Kevin in a Formula 1 car.
First lap bin.
First lap. It's going to look terrible, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
That's all the questions then.
That's all. Well,
that's it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for catching up.